Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to the channel. I am your host, Slugmug, and in today's video, we're going to be doing our second installment of roster reviews, and we're going to be going over PyXidas, who's a friend of the channel, and we're going to see if we can help him out in certain areas of the game. But before we get to it, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content, make sure to give a like and be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted whenever I post a new video. But guys, without further ado, let's get to it. So PyXidas is a pit fighter, which means he just recently soloed his first Rancor raid. He is with the guild USSBBO, has just recently joined them. He's been playing for some months now. He has a GP of just over 500,000, so he currently sits at 672,343, and he would like to unlock Padme and Thrawn for his next goals. He is looking to set up Padme as his arena team and really hopes to unlock Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. His main goals right now are to improve in Arena and Fleet. So let's get in the meat of his roster and see how we can help our friend here. So here is PyXidas' roster. Gone over the GP already. And in Arena, he places between 2,000 to 1,500. And in Fleet, he's within the 300 to 400 range, and he's currently running a first order team on offense, which is a nice starting team, to be honest. We go and look at his first order team, which seems to be a priority at the moment. I'm just going to go over a few mod recommendations. That one that really pops for me is first order executioner. So I see you have a full health set on him, but what I would actually recommend is getting crit damage and crit chance sets on him. And the reason is, even though you have him fairly fast at 206, he actually doesn't need any speed because he's constantly getting assists from First Order Officer and Hux. So he's going to get his fair share of turns without being too fast. So if you can pull it off, I would say crit damage, crit chance. If you have an offense arrow with a lot of speed secondaries in your inventory, I would actually recommend that. I would go crit damage triangle, offense cross, and protection circle. And the reason I say protection is he already generates a ton of health in his kit, so he doesn't really need additional health. He's going to get that throughout the battle anyways. But I tell you, once you have him modded correctly, he does hit so hard, and I think you're going to really notice a difference in Arena. Kylo, I see that you have full health on him, so that's perfect. You do have some nice stats on him. 190 speed is actually quite good. Try and get as much health as you can, but that's going to come with time as you level him and put more gear into him. So it's a good thing that First Order is a priority of yours, seeing as you have a goal of eventually unlocking Slacker. First Order Officer, I do like that mod setup you have on him. Speed and potency, if you can get him faster, actually, it would benefit him and the whole team because he's a controller on that team. He is a pure assist machine. So the more he can use his abilities on the other characters, the better they will perform. Kylo Ren, offense and potency is the way to go. He's got good health numbers. You can get him faster. That would benefit him more. But aside from that, he does regenerate his turn meter by himself with one of his abilities. So not a priority immediately. Potency 51, and he does hit pretty hard. If you can get his crit chance up, however, that is where you would see a difference. And finally, your last member, Hux, which is your fastest. So you have him at 229, and he is still at low gear levels. and at 5 stars. So you're going to see that just skyrocket once you put more abilities into him and get him to 7 stars. And Hux is amazing. He really is. Like, his kit is probably one of my favorites in the game. And I do see you have all of the First Order characters. So keep working away at, and I'm sure if you laser focus on that faction, you'll have your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren probably in about 6 months to a year's time. It is quite a lengthy process. But if you keep at it though, I mean, it might hurt you a little bit in Arena and GAC, but the payoff is really worth the risk. Now, you have mentioned that you're placing a high emphasis on your Geonosian squad, which is not a bad thing. You know, you said you wanted to improve in Darkside Territory battle, and these guys are definitely the way to go. So I'm just going to review your modding of them, and I'll offer a few suggestions. And of course, I'm keeping in mind that you don't have them all at 7 stars, so I'll be sure to be mindful of that. But still, I mean, the recommendations I give are specifically for the Acclaim mission and for getting some Wat Tambor shards. So Geonosian Brood Alpha, of course, he's the captain of the team. He's the one that makes them survive. Once he dies, then your whole team will eventually get wiped out one by one. Unfortunately, that's the way that team works. So you have a good idea of putting speed set on him, but you're actually going to want to complement that with a tenacity set, because you really don't want anything to stick on your GBA during battle. So make sure to maybe target survivability as your secondary stats, but also you want to make sure to have a ton of speed. So here, like, you have protection, health, offense, defense, not bad stats, but I really want to see high speed on all of them. And of course, I understand if at the earlier stages of the game you don't have all high secondary speeds on your mods, but trust me, that will come. Make sure that you keep at it, you keep farming those mods. You do get some mods for free out of various events, so don't get discouraged. You're gonna get some good rolls with mods along your journey in the game. Poggle, you have the right idea here. You want speed, you want potency, so just keep perfecting the modding on him, and he's gonna be very efficient. Also, before I forget, I want to get back to Geonosian Brood Alpha. You're gonna want to eventually put a Zeta on her, and you don't necessarily need Geonosian Swarm, her leadership. If you have both, great, but you can still beat the missions in Darkside TB without it. The one you really want, it's Queen's Will. This is the one that gives tenacity to all allies that are Geonosians. And they also have the Hive Mind buff. So what that does is you get all the assists going, and that's when they get really annoying, especially on defense in GAC or Territory Wars. Now, Geonosian Spy, crit damage, crit chance, that's exactly what you want. You're going to want to look at offense and crit chance as well as speed in your secondaries, but you definitely want to prioritize crit chance for your spy. Offense here, I would actually replace that with a crit damage if you have one. And offense here, that one can stay. Sun fact, in my opinion, he is probably the most underrated Geonosian character. I like his kit so much, and the way you want to mod him is health and protection. So what I mean by that, you're going to have a full health set, but you're going to want to stack up on protection. So you're going to want to go triangle, cross, you want a circle as well as your arrow, all protection primary, and make sure to try and stack as much health and protection and some speed, because he does need to be fast as a secondary. And what makes Sunfax so good is his basic, because he can actually dispel buffs on his basic. So if there's anyone that's taunting or anyone that has offense up, defense up, you name it, he can actually go ahead and dispel all of those buffs just on his basic. So that's the reason I like him so much, and that's the reason that I think he is such a key character on that GO team. And last but not least, Geonosian Soldier. He's kind of the weak link on that team, but still crucial. And on him, you want crit damage, crit chance, and you want to try and stack a lot of crit chance on him as well, because that comes in really handy in the Acklay and in the Watt missions. So just keep working on your Geonosians, and you're actually gonna bring your guild more value when you can get through all those extra missions in territory battles. The last faction you wanted me to review was your Phoenix team, because you are wanting to unlock Thrawn. The main comp would be, of course, Hera lead. You want Zeb, Kanan, and Ezra for sure. And then you can kind of decide who you want between Sabine and Chopper. But it looks to me, by the way you have leveled up your characters, that you're making Sabine a priority over Chopper. So that is fine. The only thing I will say, once you do go up against Thrawn, and once you're ready to get him 7 stars, the main thing that's going to help you in that event is actually going to be Zeb. And you're going to want to stack as much potency on him as you can, because you want those daisies to stick. Other than that, you're going to want Hera very fast, because she is your support. She really helps with those revives that are so important. If you catch a right run of RNG against Thrawn and you can revive someone at the exact correct moment, then it can be the difference between winning or losing that battle. Ezra, you just want pure offense on him. He's going to be your damage dealer. I love that assist move that he has, the watch and learn, where he calls in someone to attack first and then he gets his double tap going. So the more you can put offense on him, the better it will be, and it's going to make your battles a lot quicker with your Phoenix team. The only thing with them is that these 5 all have a Zeta. So Ezra, Kanan, Zeb, Hera, and Sabine. And all 5 Zetas are actually very good, because Phoenix team is a pure synergy team. They all play off each other. So it's kind of important to have all the Zetas, but don't go ahead and throw away Zetas, because you can beat that Thrawn event without. I believe when I did it at 7 stars, I did not have any of their Zetas. And also, one more thing that's amazing about them is their 2 ships, the Ghost and the Phantom. They are 2 of the best in the game under an Akbar fleet. So the more you level up your Phoenix, the better they're going to perform in Fleet Arena. Now, if there's one faction that I can recommend to you, or any other player that's just starting out for that matter, it would be Bounty Hunters. Because early on, they're able to unlock some events that give you such useful rewards, like Credit Heist. You also have the Training Droids event. They can unlock Chewbacca. You can also use them in Galactic Bounty, which gives you Wampa and Nest without going through that get token for Wampa that is so valuable in getting you gear. And out of the faction, the 5 I will recommend, you already have 3 of them. That being Bossk, Boba, and Dengar. And on top of those 2, I'm going to recommend IG-88 and Cad Bane. Now, all 5 are pretty easy to farm, except for Bossk, but he is definitely one that you want at 7 stars and well geared. His node is a hard one in a 9B. It requires 20 energy. You can farm Boba Fett from the Cantina Battle Store. Dengar, you'll get his shards out of the Guild Store. IG-88 from the Squad Arena Store. And finally, Cad Bane can be found in the Galactic War Store. And the reason I recommend them is because of their ships. Now, once you get all 4 of those, you're able to go for Han's Millennium Falcon, which really starts getting you high up there in Fleet Arena once you unlock his ship. So that's the main reason I'm recommending them to you. Speaking of ships, here you are running an Executrix lineup, which will soon be replaced by Grand Admiral Thrawn's capital ship once you unlock him. He is much better, although Executrix is starting to gain popularity in Fleet. Ever since Sith Eternal Emperor came out, turns out that the requirements to have him unlocked are very good in an Executrix lineup. But I think one of the ships that you're going to want to go for is actually Hux's capital ship, because I tell you, once you have all the requirements for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, it just makes that ship invincible on offense. And I mean, they melt other fleets in a Fleet Arena. So it looks like you already have all the First Order ships unlocked except for Kylo Ren's ship, which is piloted by himself, Captain Phasma, and First Order Stormtroop. So on your spare time, if you can get started on that farming. Other than that, I see that you have a lot of dark side ships for the most part, and you do have the Phantom unlocked, which is a fantastic ship, especially his reinforcement ability. I would recommend maybe Biggs as a starting ship if you plan on using the Akbar's Home 1. But aside from that, if you're content with dark side fleets, they are quite good. So PyXidas, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everyone for that matter enjoyed the video. I hope you're going to find it useful and you have some goals that you can look forward to in improving your rank in Arena and in Fleet Arena. I hope that you can speed farm all your First Order and hopefully unlock your first Galactic Legend. He is the best one, I assure you. But other than that, guys, if you enjoyed the video, again, I would ask that you please give a like. Please follow the channel. It does help a great deal. And hit that notification bell so you can be alerted whenever I post a video. I'm trying to grow. I am on Twitch often, 3 times a week. I'll record my Grand Arena battles at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can find me there. I'll leave a description below. But guys, thank you so much for viewing my video. And if you need a roster review, reach out to me. I'll also leave my Discord tag in the description. It will be my pleasure to do so. So guys, until the next one, be safe out there.